Good morning, Grand Rising. Welcome. And I really do hope y'all can hear me. I got my little mic set up and everything. Um, let's get into this. Okay, so today I'm gonna touch on a couple of topics that has been bothering me. And yeah, this okay. Mm, hold on. Let me do some shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with y'all. I totally forgot to share this on my social media platforms. And this is taking forever to load. So I'm gonna click over here until this gets done loading. Yes, everything moving a little slow, so I don't know. It's Mercury retrograde, so if I'm lagging or distorted or whatever, um, put it in the comments, and I will try to, you know, touch more on this as much as I can. Okay. This is public. Okay. Mic check. Okay, all right. Sorry for the echo, y'all. Okay, all right. Sorry for the echo, y'all. Ooh, it's echoing. Okay, it's echoing. So there we go. All right. I was looking for the share button. Share, share. There's this message. There we go. Excuse me as I'm doing my thing because a lot going on. Um, I guess you wonder where I've been. I went to find love within. All right, I'm done. I ain't sending shit. All right. Okay. So as long as I did a mic check, I could hear myself. So I'm about to get into it. But if I'm lagging, just drop in a comment like, yo, you lagging, repeat that, or I didn't hear you, repeat that. And I got you. So I shared it to everybody. I did all my sharing stuff and everything. And I say it's like, bruh. First thing I want to touch on is a lot of this hurt that's going on out here in this world. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't part of the damn problem at some point, because I received my karma and I took a lot of losses. I lost a lot of friendship. I was friends with people that really, truly hated the fucking ground that I walk upon. And the crazy thing is that I had to learn all of this at my own pace, but I'm glad that I learned it. And the reason why I say hurt people, because when you know better, you do better. Okay. I Give me 1 second. There it is. Okay, so just in case my phone happened to ring, I want to take that call privately because I am doing a bunch of different things. Hold on. Okay, so first thing first, let's touch on these topics because I do have notes in my phone and I want to make sure I hit every last one. So I'm gonna start with this one. Okay, so the first the first thing I want to talk about is relationships. Um, First things first, when it comes to a relationship or marriage or whatever the case may be, like I know what marriage is. I know what it takes to have a successful marriage, successful relationship, because I went through my karma, like I previously stated. Now, I wasn't, always a good person and everything else. Like, yeah, I was sneaky. I was out here ruining people's marriages, ruining people's happy homes. I didn't give a crap about nobody's relationship until it happened to me. Now, I am legally married. I have documentation showing all of this stuff. I am legally married. And my husband is out here hunching on other different females. I had the drama. I had to go through things with my husband's first baby mom, the second baby mom. There's another baby mom who I never really had problems with her. We never had beef. We just never really got along or whatever. And then there's the baby moms after me. Then it's the maybe it's a baby mom and maybe it isn't. Like it was so much drama and toxicity. I was focused so much on that drama and toxicity of my marriage that I forgot the most important thing, which is God. You understand? I totally forgot to focus on God. I totally forgot to give God glory, praise, and ask him to help me with my marriage, healing, whatever the case may be. And in forgetting that, I receive a whole bunch of other shit that I wasn't ready for, like losing my kids. I lost my kids because the same thing I did in my marriage, I did with my kids. The same thing I did with my kids, I did with my parents. Same thing I did with my parents, I did with my friends. I focused too much on friendship, making friends, having people to validate and support me and have my back and hold me down. Like I was focused on way too much. When it came to my kids, I was more focused on being a better mother than my mother and totally forgetting to work on my mental health, to focus on self-love and self-care and keeping up with the outer appearance and doing work internally. Like I focused on all of the wrong things. So God removed them out of my life. I lost friends, began to stab me in the back. I had a friend that ruined my car insurance because she buys nothing but lemons. And I had this, we're no longer friends, but these are old friends, old people I used to hang with. She ruined my car insurance. Okay. And I got into a car accident, got paralyzed from the waist down, like for like 6 months, so temporarily. And I needed a way to get around and everything else. And I'm like, yo, can you help me with XYZ or whatever? And the first thing, oh, I got kids, I got responsibilities, but you would have never seen the money that you saw if it wasn't for my car insurance that you was on. So she totally screwed me out of that. And it's like, oh, I got my lick back. You feel me? But because I went and did my own thing and not letting God get that lick for me, I did take some financial hits. Now, I had another friend, godmother to my child and everything. I had another friend, and this friend, like, I thought had my back, we ride or die. That's my homie, that's my girl, or whatever. And what she do? While I'm asleep, steals my bank card, steals money off of it. Of course, she's gonna deny it. Oh, I ain't do that. You in competition with me. This, that, and the third. Blase, blah, whoop de whoop. I got 10K in the bank. Why would I have to steal off you? But you're the only person that knows my PIN codes because I trusted you to give you my personal PIN codes to my car because I live alone. And should anything happen to me, I would need for you to be able to handle my funeral arrangements and make sure that my kids get whatever money is left. Why I gave her the pin in the first goddamn place. Didn't expect this broad to empty out my bank account. Didn't expect this broad to steal money and then go back and try to steal more and then go back and try to steal more and then go back and actually stole some more. Like it was she this is why I say on my TikTok, when I said I was best friends with my ops, I definitely was. And it was a dummy move because I was so desperate for a friend, so desperate to be included, so desperate to be a part of that I literally put myself in fucking harm's way. Again, a dummy move. But I learned from those mistakes. I learned from those different things. Like I learned from past experiences. Okay. Like I'm not I'm I'm single, but I'm legally married. So I'm legally separated until I get a divorce. As much as I want this divorce, like y'all don't understand how bad I want to be divorced from my husband. He has a whole new relationship. They literally, the baby has to be about 3 years old. Like he literally just had this baby with this girl. Not only that, he has been lying about the other kids. Okay. He has two new kids he thinks I don't know about, but I am very deep into tarot and I'm very deep into spirituality. Just like I can hear the arguments between him and the girl, one of his baby mama. They just broke up though, because I actually heard the arguments. So being in that type of marriage where it's the lying, the cheating, the manipulation, the gaslighting, I don't want it anymore. I'm so serious. I do still love my husband. If he is changed, like if he grew up, if he's not the same anymore, if he learned the lessons, he did the growth and all that, like if he did the work, there may be a chance. Maybe. But he's going to have to really show me that he did the work. He's going to have to show me that, he did he healed, because a lot of these men don't even realize they need to heal from some shit, and they realize that they have work to do within themselves. They don't realize this, and they go from situation to situation, or relationship to relationship, or get married and then cheat. Um, Marriage to me is not a piece of paper. Marriage to me is a binding contract between you, the man you're marrying, or the woman you're marrying, and God. And to go before God and say, I want I want a committed something. I want someone loyal. I want something everlasting. You go before God and God sends you that, and then you go out here, lie, cheat, and manipulate that. Is going to end badly for you, because you're planting seeds that you're going to have to reap, and then you're not going to like it, because God's going to remove that woman from that woman or man from your presence. God's going to this them and remove their ass, and you just left empty. That's what God gonna do. So I understand that people have mama, daddy issues that they're working and healing from, and which brings me into my next conversation of child support. Which is really something big for me, because I have family members that be like, oh, I put my baby daddy on child support, or whatever the case may be, because he needs to be a man and take care of that child. But you open your legs to that man, though. So let's get into it. Now, you have some good men out here that just want to heal from everything that's happened, shit between them and their mama, shit between them and their daddy, shit they watch their mama and daddy go through. You have men that want to just be the best father that they can be, especially if their father was absent and all they had to deal with was a toxic ass mama, or a clingy ass mama, or a needy ass mama, or a mama that's gonna sit here and ruin all they goddamn relationships that's healthy. Mm-hmm. Speaking for personal experience, because that's my marriage. That's what I'm married into. So many times, my husband, oh, I have to help my mom. I have to do this for my mom. My mom this, my mom that. My mom's so sick. I just gotta take care of my mom. I do this, that, and that for my mom. Meanwhile, there is Lib, Baby D, CC, what's the other? Mercedes. You know, it's a heathen, a group of females, but you got to take care of your mama, though. This is what I'm talking about, mommy issues, okay? I have a toxic mom, and I focus so much on my kids because I swear to God, I didn't want to be this woman. I didn't want to be the abusive parent that never listened to my kid, never try to understand where my kid is coming from, allow my kid to be a kid, allow my kid to have a safe place where he or she can come and talk to me and be like, Mom, da 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 da. Like, I raise my kids so that they can come to me about anything. The fact that my middle child, yes, I was on Steve Wilco. I understand you recognize me, whatever the case may be. I don't care. My middle child, who is a rape baby, this is on national TV. Everybody knows this. Everybody want to call me a bad parent, whatever the case may be. No, I didn't take no damn pacifier to my daughter's mouth, but this was all part of the show. The point of the show was for Richard Hayes to get a DNA test on a rape baby I told him multiple times was not his. I remember that night. I was arguing with my bio mom because she tried to take custody of my son. And I didn't want to leave him in a household that I know is toxic. I grew up in that shit from the age of 16 until 18. And before that, from the age 8 to 11. I know how toxic this woman is. And even my son, who is 17 years old as we speak, will tell you how toxic my family is. He will tell you, oh, uh, your aunt. Okay, now this is the youngest sibling to my bio mom. She want to be violent towards my child, want to be hitting on my child, and all this other shit. I barely hit my child. I only hit my child if my child does something to get his ass whooped for. But y'all want to hit my kid. You feel me? Take out all your rage and violence towards me on my child. You think he don't remember that? He do. He remembers my biological mom beating him with rulers, putting soap in his eyes, and kicking him down some stairs. This is what I tried to save my son from. And somehow he still ended up in the toxicity. Now he has to heal from trauma like that. In the process of trying to avoid this same situation happening to my son, I slept outside in a nearby park and got raped. That's how Amara got here. Richard found out that I was dealing with rape and a whole bunch of other mental issues. Oh, come to Pittsburgh. I got your back. Not telling me that he's in a relationship with a whole nother female and they're going through it. So he has his own apartment and she has hers. No, don't tell me that. Just invite me to the place. Have me thinking, we going to do things as a family. I actually got a happy relationship. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Because when she realized that she had competition, she started acting right, started filling his head. Well, if that's your daughter, take on Steve Woke and just stand in the third and whoop-de whoop 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 doop 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 doop. That's how we ended up on the TV show. He listened to a female to only have it all backfired in the end. Now he's lost all custody to his kids. He's facing child endangerment charges, him and the same woman. Yeah, child endangerment charges is what they got hit with. They are no longer to be around their own kids. And if any one of them was to have another child, the child would instantly be taken. But that's what he wanted for me. Another ex of mine got multiple females and wants to add me to the list. My boy, not gonna drop no names, but my boy now has herpes and bleeding out his ass. But you wanted to add me to a list of females. I get it. I used to ruin happy homes. I used to be a whore. I used to not give a fuck. I understand all of that. And once again, I've received my karma for that. I'm alone by choice because, again, hurt people hurt people. I was hurting from all the abuse from my biological mom. I was hurting from being away from the only mother that I ever knew. And then on top of that, being in a whole nother country away from family and friends that I grew up with that knows me and I know them. So not only am I stuck in a land where I don't want to be, and I have to adapt to here and learn some shit. So yeah, I didn't, a lot of my earlier years, that's why I didn't care. Didn't nobody want to hurt William Riddick. William Riddick was the first love of my life. That was the only man for at least 6 months while I'm going through everything mentally, emotionally, like all the hurt, pain, anger, all of that. Like I was dealing with so much when I met Will. Will was the first love of my life. I will always love my first baby father. Hell yeah. I love the fuck out of my son father. Without a shadow of a doubt. And not because, he gave me a son. No, because he actually saw me when I was literally a mental and emotional mess. And he tried to love me. The only reason he said fuck me and my son is because I disappeared practically my whole pregnancy and propped up like, hey. I mean, shit. Me being in my masculine energy more than my feminine energy, I'd be mad too. I'd be mad too. I could have been happily married with my son's father. All my kids would have been with him had I had just stayed and communicated. Had I had sat down and say, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be a failure as a mom. I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to have, my kid not be raised by both parents. I should have just sat down and had that conversation with him. But I chose to run away instead. So, fuck me and that baby came out. Again, hurt people hurt people. So, when it comes down to relationships and the things that I've been through, I know what I want and what I don't want. I never put Will on child support. I could have. I could have listened to everybody's advice. But I followed myself because I laid up with Will to have this baby. Even though I fucked up, I tried to fix it. It didn't work out. I ended up by myself with this baby boy to turn around and get raped, to have a daughter. Now I got 2 kids and I'm losing my shit. So I takes my kids to Trinidad, leaves them with my grandmother, hoping that they're safe and she will protect them. No, not at all. Her husband, who molested me between 14 and 16, molested me. Okay? This man who molested me molested my daughter. Like I said, I refuse to be like my biological mom. I refuse to be anything like her. So there was a day I'm dating this guy. Now, mind you, ain't a damn thing wrong with this man that I was dating. Wasn't anything under no circumstances wrong with this man that I was dating. And I just I felt weird because this is not my daughter's father, but then she's running around with no underwear on, just a tank top. And I was about to whoop her ass. But instead of being like my biological mother, I decided to sit her down and talk to her. Terrified out of her little ass mind. She, went around the bush, kind of like drug it out, and then flat out told me. I ran to CJ so fast, and he was like, give me a minute. I'm going to be over there in a minute. By the time CJ came to me, I was the fuck drunk as hell and was ready to fight. But we ended up taking my daughter to the hospital, and they ran tests, and she was molested. She was molested. She was touched. The cherry was partially popped. So, yeah, I was upset. I still feel some type of way, but the scene is though that man is still alive. His wife is gone. He losing his mind, his sight, and he needs somebody to take care of him. I believe karma has been just. I believe karma is doing its job. I'm gonna leave that there. You won't be grace with eternal rest. Not now, at least. You shall suffer in this world like the rest of us. Now, the good men that's out here, that's doing what I'm doing, trying to break these curses and trying to be the difference and everything else, end up with females like um my husband's first baby mama. A woman that'll lay up here, had his baby, and refuse to take care of herself because she wants the man to take care of her and the baby. Then she came across a female like me, and of course that changed. Now she's a nurse or home health aide, and God knows what else she's doing, but clearly she's not too focused on that child support anymore. At least that's what I'm hearing. But females like that are disgusting to me, because I can understand if your baby father out here wads of cash, spending money on females, buying shoes, new cars, like just doing all of this flamboyant, flabbergasted stuff, because there's the J's community. Okay. I've never seen men with so many damn J's in my whole life, or these nice $23,000 computers and nice rims on their car. And meanwhile, your kids out here looking. I'd rather be the parent that look a hot ass mess and my kids be looking fly. I'm gonna repeat that again. I'd rather be the parent that look a hot ass mess and have my kids looking fly. Ain't too many parents like that out here. I've watched a mother take out dirty clothes out of a bag, put it on her and her kids, and they all went about their day. With my own two eyes, I've lived with this female. Not gonna call no names. Just nasty. I'm like, dude, why don't you just wash clothes? Oh, I don't got no time. But you got time to lay up with niggas that don't give a fuck about you. I ain't mean to spill my drink. But you got time to lay up with niggas that don't give a fuck about you. You got time to run back and forth to all different type of jail. You got time to take all the money that you work hard for to put it on a motherfucking phone for jail calls to sit around and argue with niggas. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention no names, but when the owner of this story sees it, yeah, I'm talking about you. Stupid, just dumb. You want to run a whole business to take care of a nigga that's behind bars. Every dude you mess with end up in jail or in a halfway house or back in jail. All these kids, and you don't know who your real baby daddies is. You have priorities you need to fix. And coming for me should have never been on the top of your shit list. Trying to fuck my shit up should have never been on the top of your shit list. Real shit. Just like little Miss bust windows out of her baby father house, or watch my kids for me to go do some snake shit, and I was with you the whole time, blah blah blah, fighting your baby father all up and through the motherfucking streets. Again, things I've seen with my eyes because I've lived or stayed or visit at these people's houses for far too long. Again, I won't drop no names, but when the owner of their story see their story, they gonna know. Y'all came against me and y'all stupid as hell. I was stupid as hell for being y'all friend for so long. But in finding peace by being by myself, in finding myself and getting back to myself, I realized that this was things like this had to happen so that way I can learn value myself and understand that it's okay to be alone until the right people migrate to you. Again, hurt people hurt people. When you know better, you do better. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that my husband is horrible. In relationships, oh, Jesus, horrible. Just, mm-mm. But as a father, ain't a shadow of a doubt. If I was to have all my kids by that motherfucker, yup, 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 I would do it all over again. Because that man's one hell of a fucking father if he's given a chance to be a father. Because he got all these child support cases going on. Because these females want to be taken care of. CC, DVD, baby D, want to be taken care of. They want to be taken care of. They don't want to take care of themselves. Don't nobody want to go to school and get themselves better off. This man sat here and told me that the baby D then literally slept with the entire what's the name of that thing and what's the name of that street in Homewood? Hamilton. In that general area, whatever that longest street that goes through East Liberty, all through Homewood, that whole, yeah, she done had everybody up there. That's what him told me. But that's who him ran back to. Make it make sense. So, whatever. Anyways, so you have females like that if I can't have you, I'm putting you on child support. I'm going to take all your money. You're going to take care of me. Those type females make me sick to my stomach. The females out here with bomb jobs on, doing stuff for themselves or whatever, and they still choose to put their baby father on child support because y'all ain't together. You two trifling. The man don't want to be with you. He don't want to take care of his kid. Oh well. Oh well. Whether you're a police officer, a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, if you as a man with a bomb ass job, or I'm sorry, you as a female with a bomb ass job and you lay up with a nothing ass dude, and you clearly see that you're too good for this dude, but you're so in love, y'all have a kid, and you put him on child support, what's the point of that? What was the point of putting him on child support? Oh, because you need help? How? What help you need? What help you need? So my thing is, y'all gonna force a man to do for his kid. For why? You knew that man wasn't shit when you open up your legs. I knew that my husband wasn't shit when I opened up my legs. Hello, when we met, we both said I ain't shit. But I fell in love. So I stopped being a little whore out here in these streets because I fell in love. He continued. Again, I was out here ruining marriages and happy homes, so I had to reap what the fuck I sowed. Even when I was pinging in between the relationship with my husband, when we first started, I was pinging in between. I was still fucking around with Willette's husband, Damian Goods. Dropping those names. Think I'm lying? If you from Whitaker, ask Uncle Louie. He saw everybody that came in and out of that damn house, 36E. He saw everybody that came in and out of that house. I am live on I am live on YouTube, and this is exactly why I have my earpiece in my ear, because I just knew somebody was going to call while I was live. I'm live right now. Everybody can hear. Bye. Again, I knew somebody was going to motherfucking call exactly as I'm recording. I knew did it. I knew did it. That's why I had my headphones in my ear. I just knew did it. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was saying. I could understand if your baby father is literally a piece of crap. Okay. I could understand if you actually need the help. That's what child support is there for. Child support is there for if you need that help. Not put him on child support because he don't want your ass, or not put him on child support because he done fucking moved on, or not put him on child support because you just a lazy bum ass bitch that don't want to do shit. Which brings me back to the women with money. What was the point of you putting him on child support? Because he didn't want to be there? Because he don't want to be there for his kid? My nigga, I need y'all females to understand something. Whether you have money or you don't, you need to pay attention who you laying up with. Especially if he has kids prior. Matter of fact, look at how he treats his mama. He got females in his life. Look at how he treats them. These is not things I'm just giving advice on because I feel like giving advice. No, personal experience speaking right here. Personal fucking experience. I didn't have much money, but I was budgeting out my ass. I was able to take care of 6 kids, myself, this nigga, his mom, and aunt. And I was only getting food stamps and cash assistance. I think it was what, $250 every 2 weeks from welfare. And I was getting like $500 or $600 in food stamps. And I managed to take care of an entire household outside of mine too. Those kids had potties. Those kids had diapers. Those kids had wipes or pull-ups or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to put this question out in the air. And I'm pretty sure y'all going to feel like jackasses afterwards. But you are a woman, okay? You have to carry that child for 9 months. You have to either have a C-section or push that child out vaginally. Your baby father is either a good man, good job, and wants to be there, but don't want your ass, or he a bum ass motherfucker out here spending money on females, nice cars, and whatever the case may be, and probably deserve to be on child support. Let's put a scenario out there. Let's say God said, that's it. I'm sick of this. Boop. Your baby father dead, whether he a good dude or not. What the fuck y'all gonna do after that? Don't worry. I'll wait. So much death is happening in this world. So many people are losing their lives left, right, and center. Your baby father died. Then what? Who you gonna sue for child support? Who you gonna make help you take care of them kids? Yeah, Social Security will take care of them kids, but that's not your money. That's your kids' money. So which means you still have to be able to support yourself. Let me explain the my version of why child support is there. Child support is there for women that cannot get help from welfare fast enough, that needs help with their children, and their baby father is literally spending up all their money on everything else but their children. That's why child support is there, to assist needy moms with their children. That child support ain't for you to spend on your fucking self, my nigga. And if you are fully able and capable of getting your ass up and going to work, then get your ass up and go to work. Which brings me back to a video that I saw on TikTok of this girl. Oh, I'm living in my car and my divine masculine. You just sitting there watching me suffer and this, that, and the third. God helps those. God helps those that help the motherfucking self. I'm living proof of that. If I lay up in this bed, that bed back there, if I lay up in that bed all day, all night, not doing nothing with myself, how the hell am I supposed to get money to pay my bills? If I don't get up and meet God halfway, how am I going to be able to survive? That's how y'all need to look at shit. Instead of crying, oh, a nigga needs to do this. Female that I used to talk to in my gay days, female I used to talk to, her mother, and this is fucked up, because when she see this too, she gonna be like, damn, this bitch just talking about everybody. Yup, everybody is in it because I was there to see it. Her mother raised her. This is why I can't stand the Muslim community, because the way these mothers is raising their daughters, I swear to God, I'm ready to fuck each last one of these mothers to fuck up. Like I'm on a slap mother syndrome mode, whatever the case may be. But anyways, this young lady, mother raised her for a man to take care of her. Her mother raised her. It's a man's job to provide and take care of her, and she's supposed to stay at home with her kids, cook and clean and all this other shit. This girl had to sign up for school, birth of confirmation, by the way. This girl had to sign up for school so that she can go meet up with a bunch of dudes. This girl done slept with the whole of Hawthorne Avenue and around the corner in Newark. I'm gonna need y'all mothers to get y'all shit together. What the fuck is y'all teaching y'all daughters? Seriously, what the fuck is y'all really out here teaching y'all daughters? Because I'm telling you right here, right now, if one of y'all raggedy ass daughters get a hold of my son, I promise you, I'm gonna beat the fuck out your daughter's ass. Lay hands. That's how I'm coming. All about my son, my only son at that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't know what the fuck y'all out here teaching y'all daughters, but you need to teach your daughters how to be independent, how to be able to manage with or without a man. Because them same baby fathers that y'all out here destroying while they're trying to break their own family generational curse and shit, them same baby fathers y'all out here fucking with and destroying and making worse for the next person to attempt to, because that's why these men is seeking out people like myself, because people like myself, we're healers. You know, we help heal, and we pour into, and we give life to these nothing ass niggas, for them to come back and run to a female to destroy them, and then they come back to seek us out. How do I know? Married to one. It's a Gemini. He has father issues he's trying to heal from. He has childhood trauma he's trying to heal from. He has mother issues he's trying to deal from. He has attachment issues he's trying to deal from. He has codependency issues he's trying to deal from. Not deal from, heal from. These are all the things that my husband is trying to heal from. That's why he comes running to me, so that I can pour into him. And what he do, take his stupid ass back to y'all females to be destroyed. So now he lost access to me, because I'm not going to be a motherfucking healer all the time. I'm not going to let you come in for me to heal you, and all you doing is. Meanwhile, I'm becoming more and more empty. Meanwhile, I'm losing more and more of myself, pouring into a motherfucker like that. No. As females, we as women need to understand that we are worth unconditional love. Men, this goes for you too. You as kings deserve unconditional love. You deserve a woman that is strong enough to be able to handle situations when you fall. Because not all the time y'all gonna be able to have money, have the money coming in. Life is going, and it's gonna be that woman's job to pick up them pieces and say, okay, baby, I got this. You done held on for this long. You done did everything that you were supposed to do. Now it's my turn, because you fell short, because you're tired, because you fumbled the ball. That's the job of a fucking wife. I'm a wife. I've always been a wife. But I've been a wife to niggas that don't deserve me. I also had to find my worth, because being with a man, this is exactly what the shit looks like. I'm gonna tilt my camera down so you can see. This is you. This is your wife. This your side piece. Okay? Instead of you focus here, you want to focus here too. Ooh, I didn't realize I was doing that. Okay. Instead of you focus here, you want to focus here too. Okay. So whatever energy you attracting from here, because over here is with every other guy as well. This is what over here is doing. But this is where you want to be at, over here. So now you're full of toxicity and negativity, and your mind is falling apart, and you're paranoid, and you're indecisive, and you're going through all kinds of crazy shit. Okay? And you bring that here to your wife. And now you done gave her that energy. Now she all over the place. And you wondering what the fuck is going on, my girl. But you just gave her some energy that was collected from everywhere else. No, your wife didn't go crazy. She just realized that she ain't the only one. Because she done picked up on another scent that ain't hers. She done picked up on another energy, aura, negativity, whatever it is. She picked on something that ain't hers, especially if she was radiating something real powerful. You know what I'm saying? And now this here on the outside, like, It smell nice. I want more. Now, you done end up in a whole karmic situation, and your wife is the one that got to suffer. Same things go. You flip the verse. Women, women who is a divine channel. We get into it. Women who are a divine channel from God to God and all of that. We are more I can't even get the word right, but we are more easily, God damn it, this damn dyslexia. Okay, we are, it's easy for us to attract. It's easy for us to, we're like a sponge. We're like cotton. We absorb. We absorb. People don't realize this, but sex, that's magic. It's magic. You can bind yourself to someone through sex, create soul ties with people through sex. So, with a female who is, you know, absorbing everything, you sleeping with a man and he's sleeping with a bunch of females, you got sneaky links and all these other different type of men that you messing around with. You got one man. This one man focused on just you, and you out here just doing everything else. What you think you're gonna do to that man? All them energies you collect, you're gonna pass it on to him. That's your man. You gotta give him some cushy. You won't just give him everything that you collected. So now he's losing his mind. He's now becoming toxic. He's now becoming paranoid. He's now gaining a whole bunch of trust issues that he never had before. And this is all your fault because you went around cheating. You went around sleeping with people. You went around doing shit that you had no business doing in the first goddamn place. So energy transfer is ever so real. And without the strong mind, because you need to have a strong mind for a lot of the shit that you're picking up from people. Low sex drive, unable to perform, dry coochie, limp dick. You caught that shit. Especially for a motherfucker that's always like that. Solid as a rock, as glass, hard as brick. Or Little Miss Walk. Straight walk all the time. Walk, walk, walk. All of a sudden you dry. Or your pH is off. Or you done start smelling funny. You caught some shit. Some spiritual shit. The last man I slept with, the last man I hunched with, I found out he was married. Want to know how I found out? I told him some bullshit. Oh, I'm about to go to Africa. I'm about to get married. Find me a man. Whoop de whoop whoop whoop. He's like, yeah, African weddings are real nice. You should have been to mine. Never spoke to him again after that. Do I look like I'm going to Africa anytime soon? Do I look like I want to get married to anybody else? I can't even get out the marriage that I'm already in. Do you think I really? No. Mm-mm. So I'm choosing to be single until I get a divorce. Because I don't know if this man changed. I'm not there to see it. I'm not going to take his word for it. The last time I took his word for it was in 2020. December 3rd of 2020 was the last time I took his word for any fucking thing. Because you know what he did? Packed up everything I ever bought him and went right back to Liberty. CC, Baby D, Mercedes. He went right back to Everton after everything I did to him. Then I turned around and lost my parents. Had to go through that shit alone. I had some homies that hung 10, but I went through that alone. I hung through all that shit by myself. Ain't nobody was in my corner. But when my husband lost his grandmother, I was right by his side. I was holding him up. I was pouring into him so much. I was making him feel so loved. I was just giving him all of me. But when mine died, I was alone by myself. Nothing. No one. I'm not saying the man I married is a piece of shit. I'm just saying I'm not going backwards. Not to somebody that hasn't even fucking healed. I'm sorry. Like I said, we all have our traumas. I have been raped from the age of 4 up until about 7.5. Turned around again, got raped about 13, 14, 14.5. Got molested by my grandmother's husband for like 1.5 years. And the same thing he did with my kids, paid them to keep quiet, was the same thing he did with me. Until my grandmom's caught him giving me money. And she's like, oh, you need to stop begging men for money. Meanwhile, that wasn't the case. Your man was paying me to not tell you that he was touching me. So you're fucking right. When my daughter finally worked up the courage, because it was her brother. Like, no, you can trust mommy. You can tell mommy. Mommy won't get mad. You can trust her. Thank God I worked on my son as long as I did. So when my daughter finally tells me what it is, without a shadow of a doubt, I believed her. I didn't hesitate at all because I knew what happened to me. Like I said, I expected my children, especially my daughter, to be safe in the care of my grandmother. I truly did expect my kids to be safe. And all I could say is, I thank God. I thank Source. I thank Yahweh that my last child, Brandon's daughter, my husband's child, never made it to Trinidad. Because as much as a shitty man Brandon may be, one thing he don't play about is his girls. He does not play when it comes to his girls. That motherfucker would have been my Yvonne's husband would have been a dead ass motherfucker had that had been Brandon's daughter. And there would have been a damn thing I would have been able to do to stop him. That's man's daughter. And one thing about Brandon, he will protect his kids the best he can. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with my husband in the first place. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to just let God handle it. Because if I handle it, I'm going to go to jail. I need y'all females to really get y'all shit together. Y'all need to be independent enough to be able to handle situations when they arise. You need to be able to be strong enough to be able to do the things your mama couldn't. The point of you being born who you were born as is so that you can break the curses of your family. Especially if you the outcast, the black sheep, and don't nobody fuck with you. Yeah, you're the one that's supposed to break all them curses in your family. You're the one that's supposed to stand up for yourself and your family and your kids. You're supposed to protect your kids from all harm. Because I'm pretty sure your mama didn't. Especially if you out here thinking that it's a man's job to take care of you and your kids and you don't have to do a damn thing. Because women like that end up in way worse situations. I'm just being completely honest. Let's be honest and let's be real. You need a man to take care of you and your kids. Something happened to that man. Something happened to that man's job. It's going to become your responsibility. That's the point of a two-income household. That's the point of a two-parent household. Because when it's two, it becomes one. Because it's now your household. These are now your children. What one can't do, the other should be able to. When one falls short, the other one should pick up the slack. Just like to the men that say, no, I want you in the house with my kids and everything else. That woman should be saving as much money as she can in that situation. Because God forbid anything could happen to that man. He could get hit by a car, end up in a wheelchair, he can't work no more. You need money to be able to survive. Okay? Like, I'm only speaking from personal experience and from the things that I have experienced myself and the things that I've saw. Life is a bitch. Life is a fucking bitch. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know what the fuck is going to take place. You don't know what's going to happen. So instead of making the next person life fucking hell, and as if they're not already going through motherfucking hell, you need to be able to do shit for yourself. We need more independent people, not just women, men too. These men that out here buying more shoes, cars, tricking on bitches and shit like that, those men, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and stop fucking with these females. Stop spending your money on these females. Spend your money on some therapy. That way you can be a better father, not to just a percentage of your children, but all of them. That way you can step up and be able to be of assistance to all of your kids. Don't matter. Let me tell you something. You don't think when my son turned my age and he called me like, Mom, I need some help. You think I'm just gonna sit there and be like everybody else? Now you gotta figure it out, or just send him the bare minimum, or all I can do is like $20. Like, no. How much you need, son? Here you go. Because at the end of the day, that's my child. My child. I refuse to be like any of my godparents, any of my grandparents, or anything like my parents. Because I'll be damned if I'm all the way in another motherfucking country and my child calls me from the country he's in and say, Mama, I need your help. And I'm just going to be like, oh, well, I can't help you. But then turn around and do big shit for my other kids. Story time on that. My dad in Trinidad, I called him one year begging him for help. Matter of fact, 2014. Please, Dad, I just need something. My lights just got cut off. I need help. This, that, and the third. Can't help me. Can't do shit for me. House burns down. By the time his house burns down, I got income. I got money. Not chump change either. I'm talking guap guap. Dad, you need any help? This, that, and the third. Oh no, I don't need nothing from you. Okay. He rebuilds his house, him and his wife and lovely children. Then I get a phone call. Oh, your dad just bought your sister a car. Excuse me? Yeah. Richard bought Tassian. That's my dad's middle name, Richard. His first name's Anthony. But anyways, yeah, Richard done buy uh Tassian a car. But I needed help with a light bill. I couldn't get no money for that. But you bought her a car. And then this same little girl felt the need to disrespect me on my fucking phone. Oh, there's a reason why I don't speak to people. I understand that she got to grow up with him and that's her dad and whatever the case may be. Little bitch, I was here first. I'm his firstborn. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna want a DNA to prove that because the way my life played out, the way shit has happened, I heard one too many stories. He may be a father, he may not be a father. There's other possible fathers. It just made my biological mom look more of a whore. She looked more 1111 on that motherfucker, 111 on that motherfucker. Just made her look like a whore, like a straight skis, like young thotty. So I don't know what the fuck to believe. I don't know if to believe that this man is my dad or if he's not, because apparently I have a sister that's literally like my face is her face. Allegedly though. But this man's supposed to be my father, all the way in another country. You spend how much of a thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a car, because the money in Trinidad is either 5 to 1 or 6 to 1. So let's say he spent 5,000 US on a car. That's less than what I needed for the light bill. I only needed about $500 or $600. So you spent all this money on a car for a disrespectful ass daughter, other than a daughter that loves you, actually wanted to be with you, got snatched away from you to go live with an abusive ass baby mama that you laid up with. You bought her a car. Yeah. The little girl disrespected me on my fucking phone. Like, oh, you don't need to be doing this and you don't need to be doing that. You're supposed to be an example. Bitch, you little heifer. I can do what the fuck I want. Cause I'm grown. I have my own place and I pay all my motherfucking bills. Now, back then I was struggling. That one when she disrespected me. Little motherfucker disrespected me when I was in my house, when I was a landlord renting out rooms in my house. Matter of fact, that was when I had just bought that Mercury Mountaineer. At the end of the day, you can't disrespect somebody that don't need your father for shit. You still live with your parents, little girl. I live by myself. Always have, always will. See anybody in the background? No, there's no one there. I birthed my children, well, two, best 2 out of 3. I birthed 2 out of my children alone. I went through rape, mental, emotional, and physical abuse alone. Every car, every apartment, any money, I did it. With the grace of God on my side, I did it alone. So can none of you motherfuckers tell me shit? Can none of y'all motherfuckers beat me? And can none of y'all motherfuckers be me? I done been through way too much motherfucking hell to sit here and allow somebody to come in and destroy what the fuck me and God done did. I could stand 10 toes down and say I ain't never put none of my baby fathers on child support. I've always speaking my truth, whether people like it or not. And I've always made sure to put me before anybody else that ain't shit. And it took me a few years. 2014 was the last time I allowed any bullshit in my life, because it was 2014 that I lost my kids. Once I healed from all of that, once I got my mind together, once I took therapy and mental health and all that, once I took all that shit serious, yeah, that was it. 2015 was rough because, as I'm healing, I ended up with Terrell. We all remember Terrell. Then, still in that same energy, started fucking with a couple of other niggas after Terrell. Now, where I'm at now, get somebody else to do it. It ain't me, babe. It ain't me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just get somebody else to do it. At the end of the day, I've been through enough. And I chose to be single and remain celibate until God sends me who he designed for me. If I knew what I know now, if I knew that shit back then, I'd have waited then too. So I hope my story actually helps somebody realize their own motherfucking worth. Especially if you are one of my husband's other females. I wear this for two reasons. One, to cleanse all of that toxic from my previous marriage. And two, because I'm legally married. On my YouTube channel, there is a P.O. box and a Google Voice number that's turned off. It's only turned on for when people make payments for readings or whatever other spiritual needs they need. But there's ways that this man can find me. He knows every email address that I have. He don't got no number for me, but he has ways to find me. So if he really wanted that divorce, like, okay, well, I did this, that, and the third, he could have emailed me. Okay, I did the divorce papers. Give me an address to send these papers to. I have been waiting 2 years for divorce papers from my husband. I started the paperwork and everything else. They sent him that paperwork 3 times. 2 times they sent it. The third time a police officer delivered it. Still married to this man. And then he's like, oh, I never got the divorce papers. But you have to sign for it. Not only that, a police officer served you. All of this is documented. All of this was given to my lawyer. $4,500 down the drain. So no, I'm not spending another motherfucking cent. Then everybody's like, oh, put the divorce in the paper and the state will give it to you. You know when that motherfucker read that paper, what's going to happen? He's going to respond. No, I'm not giving her a divorce. You know how many times a man look me in my face and tell me he's not divorcing me? Not just look me in my face to face, but also on FaceTime. And if you think I'm lying, Baby D saw the last FaceTime. That was what, about a year, 2 years ago? Baby D was in the room on the last FaceTime, all up in the phone like this. Like, who you talking to? His wife. His wife. That's who he talking to, because she all up in the phone. Like, okay, he's talking to his wife. Now what you gonna do about it? Other than catch an attitude. What are you gonna do about it? And once I saw that he wasn't changing, that he's still a fucking liar, a dirty dog, I asked him, I want a divorce. That man look, is that what you really want? I'm looking at him like, clearly, if I'm asking, and I'm just looking at him and he looking at me and I'm looking at him like, you know what, Brandon, bye. And then after that, change my fucking number. Because that's when I realized I'm never, ever going to get that divorce. No matter how much I beg, no matter how much money I spend and waste, or none of that, I'm never going to get that divorce. 121 on my timer. So he get to go out here and be happy and fuck around with all different kind of females. Well, according to my cards, he's not happy, but whatever that may be, I don't give a fuck. He gets to go out here and fuck around with all these different kind of females, lay up, create babies with all these different kind of females, and all I get is men that just want to lay up or use me or drain me of my energy. I don't want that. I want a husband that's gonna put in the motherfucking work. I know I'm a hot ass mess. I know I'm a lot to fucking deal with. I know I got a mouth like a sailor. I know that I am pressure. Without the right circulation, pressure gonna bust your pipe, bitch. I know what I am. And I'm not regular pressure. I'm Kevin Gates pressure, federal pressure. I'm Kevin Gates level of pressure. Like, I'm not for the weak. Under no circumstances am I for the weak. And I only surround myself with people that ain't for the weak either. So if I don't fuck with you no more, that's because you are weak and I don't got time for your bullshit. 1, 2, 3 on my damn clock. On my timer. 1, 2, 3. Ain't no way. I don't do weak. And I'm not for the weak. If drama, confusion, and whatever other negative energy you could think of is how you have to survive, if you got to use a kid or your coochie or make up some sob story to keep somebody that clearly don't want to be with you, then you are not just only a sick motherfucker, you sick in the head. You need help. And that's a lot of energy out here, both male and female, just takers without limit, energy vampires, soul suckers, succubuses. These are the things that's out here. And this is why I'm choosing to conserve and keep my energy. I am a retired home wrecker. I am a retired hoe. I'm a retired, I'ma take your nigga and not give a fuck. I'm a retired, I'ma fuck your man because you ain't doing it. Keyword retired. And on these dating sites, plenty of fish, fling, even match, BLK, lust. Lust. I deleted All the maps off my phone. Plenty of Fish was the first to go. I deleted all that apps off my phone. And I'm going to read you the last message I sent to someone on that app. The very last message. Where is it? I could never find nothing when I want to. Boom. The very last message I said, "Look here, you lustrous being. I am not with the crap. This is a dating site, not a sex site. If you're looking for a fuck, go on Fling or Facebook dating. That's the place right there. Oh my God. When I say, first off, let's clear the air. I'm in love with my body. Not only that, I have the biggest breast in my family. I am the biggest booby holder in my family. Okay? Record on that one. So I'm in love with my body, and it took a while for me to be in love with my body. Let me go into detail. When I have to go up against people like Sierra, Liberty, Baby D, Shaquay, Shantae, Shalana, these are all the men. I mean, these are all the women that my husband entertaining while I'm in the fucking picture. When I gotta go up against all these different type of females, then you have people, ex-friends or whatever, that's supposed to be my last daughter's godmother. These are ex-friends. Okay. Now you supposed to be my homie. You're supposed to be my friend. Nope, that don't look right. You need to fix that. You need to do something with this. You need to do something with your hair. You need to. These bitches tore my confidence down because they didn't have confidence in themselves. Hence why one of them ended up with 2 kids by a dude that's cheating on her, and the other one got a whole bunch of kids, and all her mens is in jail. Some of them she don't even know who the baby father is, so she just pinned it on the one dude that she only washes her ass for to give some coochie to. Like, if you on time you wash your asses for hunching, we're gonna leave you right there. But with people like that, how was I supposed to be a confident person? Oh, you conceited. You spending too much time in the mirror. You looking at somebody that had low self-esteem. You looking at somebody that was always suicidal. You looking at somebody that just was sitting here cutting themselves because they're hurting so bad on the inside they needed a way to release. But then you got these motherfuckers out here. Oh, you just looking for attention. You just looking for someone to stand that fire. It was the same thing when I got pregnant with my last child, and my body was literally like all over the place because I was going through all the crap that I was going through with my husband at that time. And he wasn't even my husband. He was just my boyfriend. I was going through all the crap that I 28 on the timer. Like, bro, I was going through so much with this man when I was pregnant with my last child. So my body was all over the place. You know what my so-called friend gonna say? Oh, you looking for attention. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just keep calling the ambulance just to go to the hospital. And then she literally goes around telling everybody this story, how dramatic, overly dramatic I am and all this other shit. And then got people looking at me like some dramatic ass bitch. But you're the one out here fighting this man. This man that done cheated on you multiple times, done gonna buy you 2 rings. I think he got her name. I think he has her name. Something like that. Some one of them got the name tatted on him, and that's supposed to mean something. My boy, my girl. I had a dream the other night that my husband on his chest, like right on, like everybody knows my back tat, the one on my lower back is on his chest. So on his chest, where he got my name crossed out or whatever, but on his chest going right down from his heart come down is my name. 8 letters, big as fuck, coming down his side like this. like that, straight down. 8 letters, big as fuck. That's the dream that I had. That don't mean shit. It don't. That don't mean a motherfucking thing to me. It don't. It don't even make me happy. Cause that should have happened when the fuck we said I do. That should have happened before you had liberty tatted around your neck. That should have happened before Malaysia was even motherfucking born. And yeah, Cece, I know your daughter's name. Like, bruh. When I said I don't want this marriage, I meant that. I love him and I'm willing to listen to what the fuck he got to say. But seeing as though I'm a human lie detector at this point, ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's just no way. I don't see me just being as naive as I used to be when it comes to him. I don't see me being a fool for love when it comes to him. I don't see me being a dummy when it comes to him. I'ma listen what he gotta say. And if it ain't the truth, then yeah, no. I don't wanna hear it. And that goes for anybody. I'm not gonna allow anybody to suck me down the road of negativity anymore. I'm not having it. It's just not gonna happen. So when I make the statement, if you married, work on your marriage or leave, I mean that shit. Go to therapy, go to church, pray to God about it, bring God into your marriage. One of the things I failed to do. But back in 2020, when I tried the last time, oh, God was there. God was there. And when shit started getting real, I was like, God, if this ain't for me, remove it. At 3:01 a.m. on my doorbell camera, you see, and I actually saved that video too. You see him leaving with the trash bag of stuff that I bought him. So that motherfucker left me in Huntington, West Virginia to go running back to Pittsburgh. Because his son started walking. We just release. This is my way of releasing all this crap. Everything. Because who I want in my life, the man that I need in my life, I'm going to continue to patiently wait. And I'm staying away from all of these men in relationships, marriage, situationships. I'm not doing it. I deserve better than that. Marriage is not just a piece of paper to me. Marriage is a binding spiritual contract between you, your spouse, and God. I don't believe in divorce, but I know I can see that I married the wrong person. And yes, I want a divorce. Spiritually, we are divorced. Physically, no, we're not. Spiritually, I can remarry anyone I want to because I'm spiritually single. I only feel his energy when he forces himself through. That's the only time I feel my husband's energy, when he forces himself through or when he goes missing and his community of women cannot find him. That's when I feel all of the energies. Or when Mercury's in retrograde, like right now. I think toxicity is at its strongest in Mercury retrograde. That's the energy I'm feeling. I think I really do feel, not just think, but feel like all of the negative energy is at its strongest when Mercury is in retrograde. Because I could feel him, I could smell him, I could smell his coven of females. I could smell the aunt of mine that's currently and constantly sending negative shit my way. Sometimes I can even smell my bio mom. Mm-hmm. And none of them people smell good. Some smell like rotten fresh. Some smell like rotting flesh. Some smells like rotting eggs. Some smell like a dead animal that's been in the sun with maggots and all kind of stuff crawling out of it. Mm-hmm. That's why I lost my evil eye pendant that was on my chain, because one out of that community of I don't like this bitch was wishing something bad on me. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why people are mad at me because I chose to break the generational curse of my family. Like all I wanted was to be the only person in my family that has a successful, healthy marriage with even give and motherfucking take. That's all I wanted. Some way, somehow, I ended up being a whore, fucking around with a bunch of whores, entertaining a bunch of whores, doing the whore shit, hanging with whole friends. Like, that's another thing, too, that I know fucked up my marriage. Hanging out with them whole friends, knowing damn well I'm not single. I shouldn't be hanging out with single ass motherfuckers. That's another thing that fucked up my marriage. I hold myself accountable for a lot of shit, too. Like, I'm out here getting drunk with a bunch of single ass motherfuckers, out here doing bald head hoe shit, getting myself caught up in bald head hoe shit, fucking around with people that I damn sure shouldn't be opening my legs to, like he wasn't gonna know this shit. I fucked up. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. It wasn't just all my husband, but when I stopped, he kept going because he thought I kept going. I stopped. The last time, he swore that I was cheating on him with the weed man, because I told the weed man, if my husband calls you, don't tell him I was here, because I needed some time to think. And I took the long way home because my husband was having conversations with females that wasn't me. He was opening up to other people that wasn't me. This man was like, I went through his phone and I know, I should not have or whatever, but he was knocked the fuck out and the motherfucker lit up and I snatched it. And I read every last message. I even have copies of the phone records of him calling Liberty, him and Liberty talking on the phone, him and Cece talking on the phone. Like, you're supposed to be not fucking with these bitches. Y'all definitely not talking about the kids, because I read the text messages. Oh, how Liberty misses you, how she wish you would have never left, baby D texting the phone, oh, when you coming home, big daddy, and all this other bullshit. After reading all that motherfucking shit, you damn right, I needed some weed and I needed a long ride home, because I needed to talk to God. I needed my time with God, because it's like, what the fuck? I'm trying to fix my marriage and this nigga, he refuses to change. I'm like, God, if he not gonna change, I don't care. Just do what the fuck you gotta do. And that was my prayer. I woke up the next morning feeling so suicidal. And I ended up just going to work feeling that way. When I came back, all his shit was packed up and he's talking about, oh, my plane ticket's already bought, and he over there fake funking with some female on the phone talking about sis this, sis, and that's not even a sis. That's one of the bitches he fucking. So yeah, no, I don't want nothing to do with my husband. It's gonna take God himself to sit down and be like, girl, he changed. Huh, let me show you. Because after everything that I've been through, after everything that I've healed from, I need to see. You won't have to show me. You won't have to, you have to show me. You have to fucking show me. You have to show me that I am worth me submitting to you. You have to show me that I am not just some sexual being, but I am your divine counterpart. You have to treat me like I am worth it. Like you got work to do. It ain't gonna be that easy coming back in, not this time around. And that it don't matter if I laid up with you for a minute. It don't matter if we only did it once or twice. It don't matter if you was my boyfriend for 5 months. It don't matter if you are someone from my past that is a man, because I'm not accepting no female back from my past. You got me fucked up. But if you are a man from my past, you are going to have to prove to me that you have changed. For the new ones coming in, you're going to have to show me that you want me. You want to have to show me that. And the first sexual conversation that come up, gone. Poof. Lola's gone. She gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, anybody got time for that? So, anyways, yeah, I was like, the easy girls on Facebook dating, you better go over there, but they charging though for the lust. Go spend, cause I ain't giving up my coochie. But they will as soon as you tell them they sexy as fuck. You know why I'm not giving up my shit? Because I have standards and respect for myself. You want a weak girl that has no value, doesn't care about who she has to sleep with, because these are the female. I've been around these females. I was once one of these females, so I know that you give them fake love and attention and they're hooked. I was like, I'm not afraid to be alone, because being alone doesn't make me desperate for someone. I will happily wait until a king addresses me. And sir, you're no king. You're a fool, straight clown. Now, and I mean that, because in being in such of a bullshit marriage that I cannot get out of, yeah, I know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know what I deserve. And I'm not settling for anything less. So, once again, I hope that my 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 30 something seconds, well, 40 something seconds, I hope my hour of rambling, my 2 hour ramble, I hope that someone picks some sense out of that and apply it to their lives and make those changes, because we women need men that's going to actually give a fuck about us and not just coming through to fuck us. And men need women that's actually going to be their fucking backbone and not just come in and take and take and take and take. And then after they get a baby, put their ass on child support because the man no longer want to be with their ass. I've seen that with my own two motherfucking eyes. But one thing Quay did say that made a lot of sense. You won't find out. So anybody that had my husband, the unhealed version of him, just in case he is healed, how you like it? Did you see what I had to go through? Did you see what I had to deal with? And if he ain't changed, Have fun with that. Because if he hasn't changed and he hasn't made all the, he's going to be in another 10-year cycle of the bullshit. How do I know? Because I got that reading it was up 3 months ago. I think it was 3, that if he isn't changed, he's going through another 10-year cycle of the same shit. And if you go fucking around with that, you're going to end up in a 10-year cycle. I don't want no more damage, karmic, toxic, negative cycles. I want a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage. My grandmama was in toxic cycles. My great grandmother was in toxic cycles. My biological mother, toxic cycles. Her sisters, toxic cycles. I have an aunt who passed away, God rest her soul, on the 14th. Will be almost 14 years, 13 years since she died. And she had a whole husband and a boyfriend. Husband she never divorced. Boyfriend she never married. The whole shit that I won't do. If I'm not going to get divorced, then I'd rather be alone. If I'm going to be stuck in this marriage, I'm going to be stuck in this marriage by myself. Because what I'm going to do, if by this summer I'm still married to this man, because come September 19th will be our anniversary this year. So come this summer, which is in 5 months, if I don't get divorce papers by June, I'm going to remarry myself. Surely is. And I'm changing my name. My name will legally become Amara Holloman. Legally. I'm changing my name. So now you're going to be stuck with me. Because I'm going to set it up the way that ain't no getting out. Since you want to be stuck together, make sure we stuck together. Right? We locked in. Ain't no switching up. Yeah. Because now I'm going to become that bitch. And I'm not going to sign shit. And anytime I see anything, I'm going to test that motherfucker. I'm going to be checking papers. I'm going to have all my bitches checking papers. The ones that I fuck with, oh yeah. Look for that shit. And let me know if you see anything. And I'll be the one to become toxic and not sign shit. Because when I wanted out, you didn't want to let me out. You wanted to be toxic and keep me in this third party shit that I don't want to be a part of. You want to have multiple bitches. And I must be one of them. This man done married 2 other fucking females, Heather and CC. But I'm legally his wife. Meaning, if anything happens to Brandon, knock on wood, because I'm not wishing bad on him. But if anything happens to Brandon, the man drop dead, get hit by a bus, get hit by a car, get shot, whatever the case may be. Shit, he could commit suicide. It don't matter to me. Whatever the fuck happened to him, knock on wood, because I don't want nothing bad happening to him. So motherfuckers be like, oh, it's evident she wished it on him. Nope, no, I did not. Knocked on wood. No, I did not. But should anything bad happens to that man, do you know who Social Security is going to get that check to? His wife. Yes. CC not going to get that spousal support check. Liberty not going to get that spousal support check. Heather's not going to get that spousal support check. And me being his legal wife, yeah, You know what I'm gonna do to make sure that his kids get a spousal support? I'm not a spousal support check. Get a check for the death of a parent. You know what I'm gonna do to make sure his kids get paid? I'm gonna let Social Security know that we're not sure if these are his kids or not. And you know who the DNA test gonna have to go against? My daughters, because 2 DNA tests was done on Amaya. 2. Brandon is her father, all the way through and through. So y'all kids gonna have to do DNA tests against my daughter. And if there's no sibling match, you don't get no check, bruh. So again, knock on wood, because I don't want nothing to happen to my baby father. But should anything happen to my husband, my baby father, anything, they're gonna give me that check. And I'm gonna let Social Security know that a lot of y'all females is liars. I know that Amaya and Neve and Damori is going to get a check because those are the only 3 kids he had DNA done on. I don't know about Malaysia, so we'll do a DNA on that one. I don't know about Liberty's son for him, so we're going to do that one. And Lana's son as well. So I will make sure DNA test is done on those kids. Anything should happen to my husband. Because y'all not going to just get no check. Nah, fuck that. You're not going to get no check, especially not Lana. Not when I know the story. Not when I know for a fact that you fucked Lyndon the same time I was fucking Lyndon. We both was fucking 2 of the same niggas at the same time. Lyndon got your ass pregnant, and exactly what William said to me about my son is what Lyndon said to you and that baby. You want to know how I know? Once again, I tell the motherfucking story. Raise the mic. See my mic? I don't know if y'all can see it. Nope, y'all can't see it. But I'm going to raise my mic. Make sure. Yep, good, nice, good, clean, everything. I was there when she called Lyndon and said, I'm pregnant and I think it's yours. And Lyndon said, fuck you and that baby, because I know I'm not the only nigga you was fucking. When I was leaving that apartment, another one was coming in, and another one that was going in was Brandon. Because it's funny how Brandon remembered that night when Lyndon walked right past him. And Lyndon turned around and watched Brandon go into Shalana's house. That's why Lyndon said, fuck you and that baby. No DNA test was done on Nehemiah. No test was done on Taz. We don't know. I don't know if Taz is truly my stepson or not. So at the end of the day, my boy, anything happened to him, trust me, I will let the government know that y'all bitches is some liars. I will let Uncle Sam know that y'all bitches is some liars. So yeah, and if Brandon is already dead and I don't know nothing about it, they're gonna pay me all that back money, and a lot of y'all bitches gonna go to jail. All the money that was given to y'all, if Brandon is dead, knock on wood, I don't believe he is, but if he is, all y'all that was collecting, pretending to be his wife, pretending to be me, y'all gonna go to jail, to jail, to jail. And y'all go, all that money gonna come to me regardless. Because I have documentation from Allegheny County showing that I'm his wife. I'm not going to make no phone calls to Social Security. I'm not pressed to know if he's alive or not. But if he is gone, be prepared to go to jail. Because when I find out that he ain't living no more, and y'all motherfuckers been collecting, and me and Amaya ain't seeing nothing, oh yeah, I'm going to make sure y'all go to jail. Because I'm going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Right hand on the Bible. I'm going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. All y'all going to go to jail. I as his wife, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm his wife. And I want DNA. I want to know that these kids is his kids. I want to know that. So, yes, it's true. I did pressure Brandon a lot throughout the entire relationship to get DNA. I had to get DNA with your daughter, not once, but twice. I need DNA for these other kids. And the fact that he won't do a DNA test on these kids, that's a red flag, which means he knows that them kids ain't his, which means he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing when he left me for y'all bitches. But like I said, something happened to my motherfucking husband. I will make sure that y'all bitches that's been collecting on my behalf go to jail. Straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Straight to jail. And y'all gonna be going to federal prison. Because what y'all doing is fraud. Fraud. You're gonna go to federal. 5555 on my timer. If my husband is dead and I am a widow, y'all gonna go to jail. And I'll make sure of it. So be careful of what you do and be careful of what you send in my way. Because I'm the bitch you don't want to fuck with at all. We are not the same. I don't care for the money. I don't care for all that extra shit, all that drama and negativity. I don't care for that. I want a divorce so I don't have to be a part of this circus. But since I'm a part of this circus, just know I'm coming for you. Pop, pop, pop. Coming for you. Pop, pop, pop. Hey. Not playing. So serious. Y'all chose to fuck with me, not the other way around. I didn't do a damn thing to half you people. Matter of fact, I didn't do a thing to anybody. I reacted to all of the bullshit. Had to think about that. I didn't do shit to nobody. But I did react to the bullshit. And for my reaction, I can eat humble pie and apologize. I can own up to my bullshit. But don't worry, I'll be doing my research. According to um, my private investigator, my husband is still alive and he lives in Duquesne with that girl. So, yeah. Private investigator, yes, I do have one. And I'm keeping tabs on everybody and everything. I'm not missing a beat. But when I find out that he's gone, I'll be the first one to let Social Security know. I got his Social Security number. And I got his motherfucking ID. So I got everything that I need. And I will let Social Security know, oh, he dead and gone. How you know? I got the phone call I needed to get. Double check. And they will. And they will see that I'm his wife. And they're going to issue me a check. And I'll be like, before you start issuing those checks to them kids, you need to do a DNA test on all of them. Just to be spiteful. Just rub in your face like, I have his daughter, bitch. Just to be that petty. Yep. But trust me, we may not be together, but we together, motherfucker. That's still my husband. We may not be together, but we together. And I'ma still have his back even if he didn't gone. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You thought it was gonna be that easy to win? You really thought it was you really thought I was gonna let you win that easy? No, you can have him. You can have whatever money he make from that little stinking ass job. You can have all that shit. Did you see the money from Uncle Sam? That's the money you can't have. I'm not gonna let you get that. That belongs to his kids. And sadly, me. I don't want it to belong to me, but it belonged to me and his children. And as a perfect stepmother, I will make sure his biological kids see that money. I may not like Quay, but I'm going to make sure her daughter sees that fucking money. I may not have no beef with Shantae or whatever, but I'm going to make sure Demore sees that money. And me and my daughter may not be together, but I'm going to make sure she get her fucking check. Fucked up is where y'all niggas had me.